Jim, you wrote a book on whether something can come from nothing. You talked to a lot of scientists about this question. What about this whole business of can we go all the way back to that moment of creation?
The first point I would make is that we're speaking somewhat cavalierly about the Big Bang as the origin of everything. It is true that with the discovery of the Big Bang, it seemed as though your initial impression is all of this sort of leapt into existence out of a prior state of nothingness, seemingly spontaneously without a cause. The Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago, was the beginning of everything. I would say now the consensus among cosmologists and physicists, including Neil, is that the Big Bang wasn't the beginning of everything. It was just a local event in a larger reality. Either, this is not Neil's model, one model is the inflationary multiverse, this eternally inflating multiverse in which Big Bangs are happening all the time. They've been happening all the way infinitely far back into the past and will continue.
So our universe that was
born, ours, the mechanism is always going on. And
so our 13.8 billion year old universe is just one of many.
Precise, yeah, right. And this is nice because if you're worried about origins, this sidesteps the problem. There is no origin. It's eternal again. The Einstein's dream is restored, and you can still ask the question: why does reality take this form of a big, sort of frothing, inflating multiverse, giving rise to bubble universes from all eternally? That's an interesting question. Why reality should take that form? So it doesn't dispel the mystery of existence, but it gets rid of the question: how did the whole show get started?
Well, I mean, it still begs the question: how did our particular universe, the one that started 13.8 billion years ago, how did that start? I mean, even if something else preceded
what
it.
Jim is saying is, I think that there is a. So you may have all sorts of scientific accounts of that involving something preceding the Big Bang or the Big Bang occurring, as Jim was saying, in some larger arena or something like that. What none of this seems directed at eventually bearing on. And what I don't see how it could eventually be directed at bearing on are questions like the one Jim was alluding to a minute ago: why there's something rather than nothing, or how it is that something that's in some genuinely philosophically interesting sense, nothing produces something. None of the models we're talking about, it seems to me, are purporting to bear on this question. I mean, there are people who talk about these things irresponsibly as if they do bear on this question, but I don't think. Although we're talking about things that sound, in terms of their temporal interval and so on, tantalizingly close to that, it doesn't seem to me that it's the case that it's tantalizingly close to that in any conceptual sense.